Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Hari Om. Ugraha. Ugra means supreme, above all, the greatest, one who cannot be surpassed. The Lord is the supreme. The word Bhagavan itself shows that. He is the one who has these 6 aspects in full measure. Aishwaryasya samagrasya vidyasya yashasaha shriyaha vairagyasyatha mokshascha shannam bhaga iti ingana. Aishwarya, glory; yasha, fame; vidya, knowledge; shri, prosperity; vairagya, dispassion; moksha, freedom. One who has these 6 in full measure is the supreme, is Bhagavan, and hence no one surpasses him. Also being infinite, nobody can surpass, nothing can surpass infinity. Infinity includes everything. In a mala, we use the Meru to signify that the Lord is the supreme. So when a person does the mala and comes to the last bead, one will never cross the Meru. One turns the mala and again starts on the last bead and comes back to the first. In the Vedas, the Lord is praised with this name, Ugras Yugroham Sajateshu Bhuyasam. He is the best of the best. Anuvak 8, Mantra 4 of Rudra Prashna also says, Nama Ugraya cha Bhimaya cha. One who is the greatest and one who is mighty is Lord Shiva. Second meaning of Ugraha means one who has aggression and anger to kill the enemies. Bhagavan sits also on a tiger skin. The tiger skin is symbol of aggression and one who has controlled aggression. When we become aggressive, it becomes destructive for us. We don't have control over our aggression. Either we are very dull or opposite is uncontrolled aggression. But Bhagwan's aggression is completely in his control and lasts only to provide some karma phala. It lasts only to destroy the evil tendencies or the evil people. That aggression and anger lasts for that moment, and when it is over, there is no residue left, or the Lord doesn't carry it forward. Other experiences don't get colored by that anger. That type of anger is called righteous anger. The third meaning of Ugra is one who is never subdued by pleasure, by sinful tendencies, by disease, by any form of inauspiciousness or any impurities of the mind. One who remains above all these. He also protects the devotees from all this by helping them in their sadhana to subdue these forces. He becomes the guru and guides the devotee. He is the Antaratman who prompts the devotee, and he is the very manifestation outside. When the devotee worships the Lord or the Shivalinga, then the mind of the devotee is filled with more and more devotion. And where all these beautiful thoughts are there about the Lord, there the negative tendencies cannot enter. Even the devotee is protected from death, the fear of death. When Markandeya held the Shivalinga, Yamraj was trying to take his life. Bhagavan came out in the Ugra Rupa and gave one kick to Yamraj. So the Lord protects the devotee, the Lord has controlled anger, and the Lord is the supreme. Markandeya Leela, we will see in another name of the Lord when we see about Mrityunjaya. Of the Ashtamurti of Lord Shiva, this is the form of air. Sometimes this form is also called Yajamana Murti. So may the Lord help us to subdue our aggression. May the Lord help us to seek the Supreme, and may we ruthlessly eliminate our own inner enemies. May we not have any form of lethargy, complacency. May we not allow these tendencies in us, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, to thrive. Because in the world, these get justified. Selfishness is justified, karma, that I have to think about myself. After all, everybody is doing that. Krodha gets justified that in my place, anybody would have done the same thing. Lobha gets justified. If I am not greedy, I will not succeed. I will become complacent if I have contentment. Moha is also justified. Many things we know are wrong, but we still do it. Like smoking kills, drinking alcohol destroys the gray cell in the brain, but still we drink as though it is a way of life now. Intoxication is also justified. Intoxication of wealth, intoxication of power, intoxication of youth, and jealousy also is justified. Only when we compare, we become jealous. And one says that this jealousy is natural, it helps me to rise higher in life. So we justify these weaknesses. In the Ugra Rupa, Bhagwan helps us to ruthlessly eliminate these through devotion, through selflessness. So we have to substitute the opposite of these six tendencies, because these are nothing but the positive force taken to a negative direction. Kama, desire, is a great force if we use it for the welfare of others. So selfishness to be replaced by selflessness. Anger has to be replaced with compassion, empathy. Greed has to be replaced with an inspiring goal and love of that goal. Greed can also be replaced with contentment and gratitude. Delusion has to be replaced with clear knowledge and the ability to live that knowledge. When we know smoking is bad, we should just stop it. Intoxication must be replaced with humility, and jealousy must be replaced with admiration. We don't need six impurities in our life. One who helps us to overcome these six is Lord Shiva, and that form is called Ugra, not because it is a dangerous form or a very terrible form to look at, but Ugra means one who ruthlessly eliminates the enemies. As a seeker, these are called Shad Ripu, six enemies lurking in our heart. We must ruthlessly eliminate them. So may Lord Shiva help us to become Ugra towards our inner enemies and come to realize the Supreme Lord Shiva.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.